hey, do you want to de-equip some stuff? That's nice. And I know exactly where to go because I've been to Ymir Forest.
The way Cross did that was really annoying because they didn't say anything, they just like throw the characters like up at a time where it doesn't really seem like they should. And then when that happened, I was like, oh, I think someone's trying to leave. But it doesn't tell you who or why.
Yeah. But Cross didn't even give you the choice every time.
Oh, Chrono Cross did that occasionally where if a kid was gonna leave, just like at the end of a cutscene or or another time the port showed up, which is only for one path across. It would also just open up and you're like, what was the guy?
It also doesn't really tell you. It also really doesn't tell you that you can also de-equip items and elements while not having those characters in your active party, just by scrolling to the left, because it's terrible UI.
I liked how Trials of Cold Steel approaches it in that you can just like equip and unequip everyone's ornaments whether they're in the party or not.
Yeah, that's good.
Japanese fans are actually really English fans because we like this game.
Which one?
It's great.
Ah.
Trials of Cold Steel. I still haven't like finished with it, but I really like it. It's quite fun. I think
the problem is that the story is just, in their opinion, it's not very good. It's a few steps back.
I mean, the characters feel kind of a bit like stereotypes in some way. Like it's just standards. They don't feel like they're kind of moving past.
Honestly, that's what this guy too. The characters start as stereotypes, but they don't. They try to develop them.
Well, I'm about 50 hours into Trails of Cold Steel now, and they haven't really developed it a lot. But they've kind of developed in ways that are kind of like I haven't found anything unexpected. But I guess that's like I don't know if that's a fair criticism to say. That is interesting.
Well, I mean, Japanese fans and stuff are almost always just as terrible as people on this side of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I think I read a thing that they're kind of they got a bit upset over Bravely Second because it felt like it was too internet memey.
Well, we get upset over that too. There's that whole upset over not even the cores of the game, but the multiplayer. Yeah,
I think it's weird because like with Nintendo games, there's 2 English localizations usually. The one for Europe and one for America.
That's weird.
So like that joke I think is that meme is not in one of them, but I can't remember which one it is. It's usually like because like
no memes in the UK version.
it's because like well like all the I suppose it's all the text, but like, most Nintendo stuff is mostly through text anyway, so I guess it's why they've been able to manage just doing a single multiple localizations. You got some like Xenoblade that only had the one localization. It's British because everything has British spelling in it. They have U's.
British accents as well.
It's like the first time I ever heard British voice actors. So.
It feels weird, but I like it.
Wow, Ymir Forest is really reminiscent of the Symphony of Ymir Forest. That's man. And it's full of annoying enemies just like Symphony is.
Yeah, but there isn't the same puzzle, thankfully.
That puzzle is not hard.
But it is all.
And I was listening to like because I was listening to the 8-4 Play podcast, and they were working on the Xenoblade X localization. and apparently that was like a collaboration between like multiple, like the people who did like Xenogears localization as well.
Huh. Well, we get to find out what the Xenogears localization is like in a couple of months.
That was Richard Honeywood, I think. I can't remember if it was Xenogears, but they actually started hiring more people for localization.
They probably needed to with that game.
This is just straight up a maze. Ugh.
But I kind of mean like they started hiring more people already, but like Xenogears was like the first game to get that effect. It's kind of one of the first few post-7 Square games. I can't think of it.
Who was it?
Was there a Saga game in between? You played much Saga? I was thinking of spending somewhere where to start.
I don't think I've played a single Saga game, even touched one.
Because I'm playing Legend of Legacy at the moment.
I don't know what the typical Saga stuff is because the first 3 Saga games are actually different direction
I think they seem to change up a bit. I've actually played Unlimited Saga a bit.
Item.
That game is very difficult when you're 11 years old and like, have barely played any RPGs, and just going straight into Unlimited Saga is like a nightmare. The game's supposed to be hard by its own serious standards. Those things are just so weird and atypical that it's just like a kid whose only RPG at that point, RPGs at that point, like Pokemon and Golden Sun, and just getting Unlimited Saga and going like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
If there's any consolation, I felt like that when I first encountered FF7 and FF8, and I was like 17 or 18 at that point.
Honestly, I hate just
I still feel like that when I play Essence of Fate. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Me too, and I completed it. The game is nonsense.
Like,
it's beautiful.
But it is also nonsense. I like it a lot,
so
but
am I like one of like only few people that actually really enjoyed playing Final Fantasy 13 when they were playing it?
I really enjoyed it the first time I played it. But I had I was playing it in parallel with somebody who was hating it, so I kind of liked it and was driven, kind of entrenched, as we just had this 3-week argument over whether the game was any good. But then I went back and played it again a couple of years later and hated it and didn't finish it. But
No, because I played through it in like a week when I got it the first time.
I'll be honest, some of the cutscenes actually make me laugh. The delivery of the English voice actors is just a little bit too much.
I don't know, like
doesn't detract from me actually like what they're doing, which is also kind of. It's a bit much. It's the most much Final Fantasy I've ever seen.
何も起きないじゃん。
I'm going to try to get through the trilogy at some point, maybe this year, depending if I have time, as a stream.
I've got Returns. You might have to repeat content a bit.
I've completed them all before, but like, yeah.
That's probably shit, but actually I've never finished my got straight up to the final like part of the final boss.
The final part of the final boss is
The whole boss is a fucker, and it just took me so long to get to that point, like 4-stage boss.
think Lightning Returns is a very good game, although 13.2 is my favourite.
I like Mage as well. We've got the same stuff.
Game Tactics for is it April, May?
I feel like maybe I should listen to Red Podcast or something. Like I should start playing that game now. Well, that's how it takes me.
We've got to complete Xenogears before then.
Xenogears has kind of been like the game I want to play.
I'm super hyped to play Xenogears, having watched the Xenosaga Let's Play lately. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily expecting it to be good to play, I just think it's going to be really interesting.
Defense down.
Oh, listen to it.
Xenogears gets like Evangelion comparison or not. I watched that show with like, a 13-year-old that fell in love with it.
Jesus Christ, watching Ava at 13 is a bit of a thing.
I feel like that's kind of like most people I know that you watch it kind of way too into it kind of at that age. I watched
I've only seen the first rebuild, and it changed one of my favourite moments in the series. I remember feeling the time. What?
Rebuilds are a sequel to
Yeah, the second one is what I watched. I just like just not getting into it.
It might be interesting.
Defense down.
There's a lot of focus on something very less.
That sounds like Evangelion.
But it kind of felt like more than previous ones.
Yeah, well, that's like the link.
Cynical take, but adjustable. I'm going to get so gagged.
Randomly is very expensive.
Yeah.
The idea was that shows are kind of like in depth, so taking well, and a lot of responses. Something like I can't think I read a book once about it, probably 10 years out of date. It was more of like a Western, it's not really Western work or something. It is more like training around like working with
have that might help? Not many. It's not really any point trying to slow this guy because he's a boss. I don't have any of the regen spells because they're not actually that good. Light magic attacks. Most enemies can guard or are immune to for some reason.
Defense down.
Uh-oh, rip thick. Done. Right, let's use an actual super attack on a non-set piece.
I don't know. Certain games
Oh god, Luke's gonna die again. Whoops.
Defense down.
Yeah, it's also a lot less oppressive if you ever played it. It's really hard. It's very
It's
Western.
it's the stark like old-fashioned like black background graphics just don't quite
これだよ、
fit
きっと。
as well with the old
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, I know.
And then the first Final Fantasy is just then trying to not be Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
And we've unfrozen the village.
make it
Heimdall.
unseasonably warm here.
Oh, damn it. Luke was dead at the end of that battle. I am displeased.
It reminds me of like that bit in The Simpsons when this is the Mr. Plow episode when they both say they're gonna team up and help defeat the snow together and be more powerful than God, and then God just goes, "Oh yeah," and just melts all the snow. That's just what I thought of that. I have to relate everything to Simpsons sometime.
I've never watched a single episode of The Simpsons.
That's an impressive
I like-
achievement.
That is like
It's just like I guess it's just like the generational gap. Because for me, when I was that age, Family Guy was way bigger, which I never watched Family Guy.
I mean, I did my level best to avoid The Simpsons at all times through my entire life. And even I have watched occasional Simpsons episodes.
I guess I'm completely sure I've seen a single episode because my teacher put it on in high school.
I think I'm sort of the person who's actively sought out watching Simpsons in my lifetime. Right.
Sam.
What?
That's not really like quality judgment. I have no idea.
It's a good show.
Metal.
I don't really like Western animated sitcoms. They seem a little.
Item.
I just don't like sitcoms and I'm being
Nothing.
snippy.
I think it's well, part of me being into The Simpsons is also kind of it's one of the shared interests between me and my brother kind of thing
Fair enough.
That's
as well. But yeah, no, I just laugh a lot at it. But that's,
I mean, like,
humor is probably the most subjective of any kind of thing like that.
yeah.
well, I don't know,
I mean,
because, like, when I was in
Playable.
secondary school, it was, the Simpsons was the absolute lowest common denominator. Everybody knew it and talked about it, and it was just the underpinned so much of what people talked about.
Yeah. But like I mean if you like said to me that you hadn't watched much Simpsons like a couple years ago, I probably would have been like crazy. But I think I'm starting to get a bit more like calmer around people that say they haven't watched something, because I just like I've met people who've like watched nothing these days.
Yeah. You just have to.
But, like-
you just kind of let those things go. I remember being like that.
But yeah. Because like there's now so much more media available these days. Like
Yeah.
I'll bring up a piece of like Western media and I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'll bring up any anime and they know exactly what
The rebirth of the Cool Japan brand.
I mean, at that point, I was like the super like I have to watch anime all the time kind of person.
Playable.
But like, well, probably not. It was mostly around like 2009, 2010 was probably when I watched the most anime. It was probably way after.
That's after Cool Japan. Yeah. Cool Japan's like 2000 to 2004.
Which, to be fair, that's when some of the stuff was already on TV.
Well, I guess like mid-90s to 2000.
A brown bear. Still such red bears.
Detected.
When the
Did you
90s
miss
and
that whole discussion we were
96,
having? Did you miss that whole discussion earlier where we were talking about the bears in this game? But yes, anyway.
Yes.
Bears! Bears everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just invading all
Item.
the
Detected.
There's a Chuck Norris joke in this.
There is no Chuck Norris joke in anything, because there's no such thing as a Chuck
Not
Norris
in
joke.
like 10 years. There is.
In 2016, the year of our Lord.
Wow, I just said I need a match to be better than this Fire Soul.
If you want dated references, I can help. No.
No, they will happen naturally.
They will happen naturally. Yes. episodes I need to latch onto more current reference points to be more relatable to the kids these days.
Shut up! This character has literally just introduced himself as I'm just a nameless traveller hunting for pirate treasure.
It says his name's Traveller.
I can respect that.
Join. Nothing.
So is there much in the way of like side content in this game?
Item.
Oh yeah, there's a fair amount.
Did they put any like downloadable stuff out for this? Because I know they did
Yeah,
Lost Odyssey. But,
There was a downloadable hard mode in New Game Plus, and a downloadable dungeon,
Nothing.
and a downloadable accessories pack, I think.
Because that seems like I remember that just seeming really weird to me at the time.
It's a strange thing to do with JRPGs.
Like, just like the way those games are structurally sometimes. Some work more than others, but like, in a like game like with a structure of like Mass Effect or Fallout, or like you can like easily slot something in there, just because of the nature of how the worlds are built. But like, I don't know about JRPGs, man.
I'm kind of... Because FF13-2 had a fairly significant amount of DLC, which I've never played and I really want to.
It's
think
just
most of it was
super
combat.
bosses.
Well,
It's just super bosses and Chronobind.
Isn't there a Gilgamesh stuff?
Isn't there a... As I understand about the Gilgamesh, is it's Gilgamesh and he's angry that he's DLC.
That sounds about right. No, because relative to at least the original release, the 360 and PS3 release, there's also a Lightning chapter and a Saz chapter that are actual plot
So
chapters.
is Chronobind.
Right, okay. But there's also a Lightning thing.
Good.
Was that DLC included in the PC version?
It should be.
I hope it is. I probably might not. I'm like someone who doesn't always buy stuff. Well, it's like the
Specifically, they said it had all the DLC.
and Lightning Returns specifically has all the DLC except these specific ones that were pre-order bonuses.
Yeah.
I think I actually got a pre-order bonus when I've got Lightning Returns, even though I didn't pre-order it.
I might have, I'm not sure, because like there were a lot of copies in circulation.
It's the... Well, I just got it from like a local game shop, not like a game or a like a HMV or anything. I got it from like... So they probably just had the code and just gave it to me anyway. It was a nice game shop. I bought a lot of RPGs there. They gave me a discount on Shadow Hearts. Because those games are not cheap over here. And they were a shop that would like, as soon as they got something traded in, they post it onto their Facebook. So there's been like 1 or 2 times where I've ran over to the shop after seeing it on Facebook.
That's pretty actually.
Yeah, I think. So the thing I ran for was Shadow Hearts, the whole trilogy, which I spent about 70 quid on? Maybe a bit less than that. And I bought Vib Ribbon. Because they were selling a physical copy of Vib Ribbon.
Fair enough. Oh dear, I'm thinking I should probably finish searching this location and call it for the night, because...
I didn't realise the time.
Time flies when you're playing this game.
Time flies when I'm watching and talking over the game.
Metal.
We're just here to derail the conversation away from Blue Dragon.
Metal.
Well, there hasn't been that much to say about this phase. Like,
That's fair.
I
I'm
could
gonna
have
partly
posted.
chalk it up to the fact I've had about 8 hours of sleep this whole weekend.
Cold.
That's not good. You should sleep.
I
Oh no, you
spent
were.
this weekend in Glasgow.
That's right. You were
Nothing.
traveling.
Yeah.
Cold.
Well, I travelled on Saturday morning, and then I went out on Saturday night, and then just
Cold.
so I'd been out, and I didn't have a lot to
Items.
drink. When you have a certain amount to drink, like sleep just stops being worth it.
Cold.
But yeah,
So it's
Nothing. Items.
what's your deal? Fortune teller. Oh, that's right. This tells you about the number of barriers in the world.
what the hell has happened to
Nothing.
Tweedale?
Nothing.
My entire tweet deck is just a load of black columns,
Items.
but all the animated GIFs
Nothing.
work for some reason.
That is quite strange. Have I inspected this shop? Yes.
Nothing. Nothing. Gold.
Okay. Oh, that's a sneaky chest. With more resist rings, because I didn't have enough of those that would fucking eat. Good God.
Yeah, that game does give you quite a lot of items for no very good reason.
Gold. Nothing. Nothing.
Here, examine the cards from the side. I'm going to have to try the other card.
Item. Playable.
So that was hints about stuff that's going to happen later on. Not that much later, it's quite near the end of the game now.
Oh, really? So, how many of these do you think you'll reckon till you get to the end then?
I wouldn't expect it to be more than 10 hours, so that's like... This has been 2 hours 40, so another 4 like this. Anyway, I'm calling the stream there because
Alright.
that's a good stopping point.